for a second. Oh, okay. Um, uh, well, I guess we will get on that soon. So what is on the menu? Just so I'm not working on a empty stomach.
I made eggs and toast, and it's like around there another like thunderous motion of moving underneath the house goes over again as the mother or whatever is in her down there starts like rattling against their binds, and the old shabby house is built in such a way that you can still feel it up here as some of the food on the plate begins to shake and whatnot, and the little girl gets cut off in that.
Oh no. Okay. She'll just take one piece of toast and just kind of nibble on it. Okay. I guess we should probably start making our way down there. That does not sound good.
Nobu's going to stop and he's going to say, "Pop down, will you?"
Mr. Nobu, that is not the way to treat the spirit we are trying to help pass over.
Okay, sometimes spirits need to be talked to, right?
Well, I mean, we still need to be kind to it. Please do not antagonize the spirits like you antagonize the men. Let's try and keep this nice and simple. You know, we can get through this without fighting. Hopefully, I do not.
Correct.
Yes, we wish to do this without coming to any violent conclusion. She says, looking at you and then looking back to the girl and back to you. Okay. Again, nibbling on the toast. Well, once you are prepared, I guess I will start making my way down to the basement. Where is the door for that?
The little girl just points, and you see a basement hatch currently with 6 separate locks all around it, and occasionally it rattles up as if something like hit it from beneath it and begins to just shake and give you a very eerie feel while looking at it.
Okay. So I guess we should make sure that it does not come up with us as we open it to get down there.
Mommy's still chained at the bottom.
Then how is that rattling? Like something is hitting it.
You feel a hand press against your back.
She like perks up, looks behind her.
As you see the ruin hunter looking at you, the steely eyes of most of her order that they gain after looking into grim situations so many times, looks to you. It's like, do you have your nerve in this? Because there's 2 ways to handle this, and if you can't figure the other, I can do the other one.
I'll see what I can do. All right. Well, Mr. Nobu, I guess it is our turn. Yes. All right. Kind of nibbles a bit more on the toast. Okay, let us. We can make our way down. Yes. Yes. Okay. Starts.
You don't sound very enthused, if I were to be honest.
I am just look. I wish to see this thing through. He keeps eyeing the door. Yes. So we shall be good with this. Yes. Okay. All right. I can do this. Yes. This will be fine. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Okay. As she starts make your way through the door. She looks back over to the daughter. What is your mother's name?
Mary?
Oh, Mary. Okay. Mary, we are coming down. I hope everything is
You hear
No,
it
that's an
echoing
ugly
from below.
laugh.
everything is in order down there. Okay. And whoever is with Mary right now, I also hope that you will be in your best shape, best behavior. We are only here to talk.
You hear nothing coming from below, which seems to bother you even more.
Okay, all right. I guess we should start unlocking these. Start pointing to the locks.
As the little girl comes in with multiple sets of keys, one by one goes to each lock and starts unlocking them. As each lock seems to pop, the sound of the creature fighting against its restraints just echoes through the house. One after another, before only one lock remains. As the little girl moves and unlocks it again, as there's nothing. And with that, she reaches and opens the hatch as it shows the long staircase downwards and underneath the house.
Okay. I guess I should go first. I guess.
No, I think I'll go first. You're a little on the frightened side.
I will follow close behind you. I just want to make sure that she sees a friendly face. Not say that your face isn't friendly. It's just, I do not want you to. Yes. Okay. I will be beside you for this. Yes.
All right, then be my guest.
Right. She starts gingerly making her way, looking over, making sure that Nobu is right beside her.
Nobu, he's gonna do that thing where he takes 2 steps down each time.
As you continue to head down the staircase, once you reach the last couple of stairs, you notice that the floor seems to be covered in this odd tinted, almost green-like film. The air seems to stink with the smell of refuse and self-waste and whatnot. And as you look into the basement, all you can see is just pitch darkness.
Okay.
Ma'am,
May-
if you're there, give us a scream.
Or, just a simple hello would be nice.
In response, you just get a... that seems to just be omnipresent echoing down here.
That's not a scream.
Yes, I do not need a scream, but that is fine, Mr. Nobu. So, clearly you are not actually Mary. You are some spirit that has found its way into Mary's form. May I ask exactly why you have possessed her?
No. Mary.
I'm sorry. Could you speak in common, please?
Everything seems to go silent again.
Can I roll an Arcana to see if I have any idea on how exactly to deal with said spirits?
Yes, you probably should.
I guess
Whoa!
common ain't all that common.
From what you know, which is very little, spirits attach to objects because either a connection between said object or because of magical means beyond either the person or object involved. If you're trying to break a spirit from an object, that's about as much as your information leads you to that thought process.
Object. I know how to do this with objects, maybe, but okay. Can I just get your name, Miss or Mr. Spirit, just so we can talk on equal terms?
All right, Mr. Nash by Reptile City. Could you tell us more about yourself?
It's around this time. I need both of you to make perception checks.
All right, because I'm very good at those.
If it makes any, I should probably tell you I do have dark vision, in case you didn't know, but it doesn't matter.
Well, with dark vision, you could see in the corner, covered in blood, a woman with long hair covering their face, chained by the neck, the wrists, and the ankles, and the waist, and chained in such a way that each limb is sprawled off into almost as far of an extremity as possible, to 6 different poles that seem to be the foundation of the house. And this individual is just in the middle of the room.
Oh, there you are. Oh, you don't look very good. Okay. So, Mr. Spirit, I would kindly ask that you leave this woman and her daughter alone. I do believe that if we can simply come to a simple, maybe, arrangement, what exactly do you want? Exactly.
Meat.
Meat. Okay. Well, I mean, we could find some goats or maybe some pigs. So there's probably some chickens running around. This is a farm, I think. This is a farm, right? Yes, this is definitely a farm. I believe they have livestock. Yes, we could get you some chicken, and then cook up some for you, and then you can leave, right?
Little girl.
We're not giving you the little girl.
We could, but what would we get in return?
Nobu! She says, looking over at him.
No, Nobu's just going to put her hands to her face for a moment.
She does not like the gesture of you putting your hand in her face.
You can't see this, but Sienna can. The head of the creature just sharply turns, looking at Nobu. Though you can't see its features in its face, you can see that its attention seemed to be locked on Nobu now. One gets only one ask what one gets. Meats, girl. Bring. What does one want?
Alright. If I bring the young girl here. But before I do so, I need you to leave that body. I'll bring that girl here. And everything will be alright. We just need you to leave for a bit. How does that sound?
Yes, I would very much appreciate it if you could leave the body and oh, Jesus. Whoever
The body is one, the one is body. I am one with the body is me.
Alright, I guess that didn't work.
I do not know. I feel like with spirits you can easily leave the body. I feel like.
You know what? Let me try to give you a compromise, Mr. Nash. How about, since you want flesh, how about you you come to my sword, and whenever I cut down a poor sap that happens to piss me off, you'll get your little feast for the time being.
Make a persuasion with advantage.
Sure.
Oh man. Yeah, that work. Of a fucking demon sword.
A deal to be made. A sword I become, flesh becomes metal, metal becomes gnar.
Wait, before you do anything, Mr. Nash, I do have to say that under no circumstances whatsoever will you ever try to harm me or any people that I am familiar with. Just my enemies, whoever that may be. Do we have a deal?
Deals can only be signed in blood.
All right then. Just don't try to possess me, will you?
You can't see this, but Sienna, the hair in front of the girl's face just moves for a moment and gives off broken tooth's bloodied grin.
Mr. Nobu, are you sure about this?
Oh, there's always negotiations to be made, Miss Sienna. This is just one of many that I've made in my entire life.
I mean, like, I am not exactly, how you say, like, I know what it means to make a deal, but this seems a little...
Rend the flesh, spill the blood. Make the deal.
Nobu's gonna turn to Sienna and he's gonna say, I've never made a bad deal in my life, and I know a bad deal when I see it. Nobu's going to go up to this Mr. Nash, and he's going to wherever this Mr. Nash is.
Yeah,
would
I'll
I be
point
up?
over to it.
Yeah.
Like, if you ask Sienna, she'll say, they are over there. So I just kind of point over.
Nobu would say, would a drop of blood satisfy you for now?
No.
All right then. Look, Mr. Nash, I did say that you could possess my sword, but that's it. And like I said, I'll give you a feast whenever I see that it is necessary. Be it now, be it a week or so. It's your choice. You can stay here and have to deal with those people upstairs.
Rend the flesh. Make the deal.
I'll consider it, as long as you consider it. And Nobu's gonna take a few steps back.
Okay, I'm just gonna, pat down her dress, looking really awkward. So, is everything going all right over there, Mr. Nobu?
Could be worse.
Are you making this deal?
Well, I surely don't want the little girl to die, but I did find a compromise. Perhaps we could shape some meat into the shape of a little girl. I have no idea.
You know you're talking about this, right? As the demon is right there, or not demon, spirit. Are you putting it in your sword?
Well, if it gets the job done, and if there's a good deal, then I'll make it. Just spirited sword or no.
So exactly what type of Because I have been overhearing all this with the blood and stuff. So, how much blood do you actually need? Like a cut on the wrist, not wrist, definitely not wrist. Palm, cut on the palm.
Your hand. Give me your hand. Give me the hand. I want the hand.
By hands, do you mean you'll take it off? Or just gnaw on it for a bit?
The hand will be mine. The mine will be the hand. The hand will hold the sword. The sword. I reside, but your hand. Give me the hand.
I don't think I'll give you my hand.
Then
I
bring me
need
the
it.
girl.
Would there be anything else that you would be satisfied with that does not involve a humanoid?
Hunger, I feast flesh, sinew, rib, hunger.
Alright,
You can remove the chains.
if I give you my hand, will it be a clean cut? I ain't gonna die from.
Yes.
Do I have your word on it? Alright then. I'll take that silence as a yes. Better be clean. Better be cauterized. Better have no spillage.
Just silence. And Sienna. The jaw seems to just dislodge and lick its lips all the way up towards where the cheekbone would end, with a very eerie tongue.
I mean, you could just like take like Are you taking his entire hand? I feel like maybe just a cut on the hand, or maybe like if you really need to take off a body part, maybe like a finger, like a pinky, perhaps.
Do you move closer, Nobu?
Just keeping my distance. Just watching.
He doesn't seem to, or it doesn't seem to react to your inquiries or pleas or anything. It seems to be completely concentrated on Nobu.
Okay, well, Mr. Nobu, just to give you a heads up, it might bite off your hand. Just to give you a good fair warning of what might transpire. That being said, I do think this is a very heroic act that you are doing. I think of you as a better person than I did before. So, if you want to go ahead with this and risk your soul as well as the rest of everyone you might care about with this sort of thing, yes, sure, go on ahead.
Nobu's gonna smirk at you, and he's gonna say, "This ain't no heroic act. It's a good deal." And Nobu is going to slowly approach, but he's going to confirm again by asking Mr. Nash, "Alright, if I gave you my hand, no hurting innocents, only enemies. Take it or leave it."
I was muted. Again, no word. Which you've come to associate with at least as much as you can assume with compliance. But Sienna, just that toothy, hungry smile.
Would I be able to insight the
Darkness? Yeah,
No,
disadvantage.
well,
You
alright.
can't see anything down here.
Can I make an insight check?
Probably should.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna
That's a
give
15.
I'm gonna give it a whirl as well. Alright.
Oh, Jesus. I got 20.
There's obviously for both of you some hidden meaning behind what it is not saying. But yeah, it feels like it's a deal that would work. If it possessed the sword, at least you can control the sword. If the offering is your hand, at least it's not the girl. But what fully transpires through this, you're not too sure.
All right. I'll tell Mr. Nash. What if I cut off my hand?
Oh my god, Kaikusum. Can I insight check that laugh?
Sounds like a laugh.
All right. I'm gonna tell Mr. Nash, if you possess this sword right now, I'll cut off my hand, no question, and no other doubts. It'll be clean, it'll be quick, and you'll get your satisfaction, guaranteed.
Can I insight check that noise? What was that?
So,
That's a very apt song.
do you
Name.
do it?
If he possesses the sword, I
As
will
far
cut
as-
off my hands.
As much as you understood, they seem to be doing the deal that you have set forward.
Right.
Instead of the girl, they want your hand and to possess the sword.
I'll give them my hand. My left hand, to be exact. The one that the non-dominant one.
So as you move a little bit further, Sienna, you watch as Nobu gets on his knees, holds his left hand out, and taking his great sword up, puts the tip on the ground, looks down at his hand one last time before turning his head and putting his palm on the flat end of the greatsword, pressed down with all his might. No, but go ahead and just make a Constitution save.
Something I'm good at.
Kind of.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of.
Surprisingly, or actually unsurprisingly, he wails out in an uncontrolled billow of pain.
Right.
And with it, a shadow seems to leave from the woman, encompassing the sword, as it begins to have all the breaks in it slowly begin to mend itself and pop back to look sharper. The hilt of it begins to turn and wrench and look more like a wood finish. And Nobu, crying in pain, pulls back the ruined sinew that was his arm, looking at the stump now as a black leather-like substance begins to encompass the sub and move up to leave what looks like a leathered gloved hand.
Oh.
If you look to the palm of it, a grinning smile with jagged, dagger-like teeth meets you.
Oh.
That hurt. That hurt a lot. It's nice. Really, it's really nice to meet you.
No,
And
for some reason, you're able to see in the dark now.
wait a minute. Why am I all the way over here in the corner?
What? Sorry. Okay. Okay. We're going to need to. Oh my. Okay. I look over past his
Where
shoulder.
am I? You hear the
Okay,
woman.
there we are.
Nobu looking at his shadowy hand, he's going to put it behind his back, and he's going to extend a hand out to the woman, and he's going to say, I'm sure you've seen better places.
And with that, Nobu, Sienna, you release the mom back to her daughter, alive, broken and scarred, but alive. The Ruin Hunter, waiting for what she only assumed to be either a good ending or bad, gives you a nod, and the job well done of releasing the spirit. But the true secret of what transpired there, forever locked between the two of you. As you move forward into the sand sea, with that secret, and as the scenes begin to close, we just watch as Sienna walks forward and just turns to Nobu and it's like, well, come. I need to keep an eye on you anyway, and you just gave me more of a reason to do so. So, I guess this makes us more partners than anything. As Nobu just gives a nod as Sienna turns and continues to walk forward, but Nobu stops, looking at the black leather glove that is now his left hand, as he looks to the palm and sees nothing but leather, but feels as if worms crawling underneath his skin, the presence of Nash, as he grips his fist and moves forward with Sienna. And that is where we're going to end it.
Oh god, this is the worst thing I've ever done.
Please. You say the little girl and her mother. This is not the worst thing you could have or ever done. It's probably a huge mistake on your part, and you're going to feel really bad about it later.
Yeah,
but save the
probably.
little girl and her mother, so feel proud about that.
Oh, no, Nobu wasn't doing it to save them. He genuinely thought it was a good deal.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. We're going to go ahead and close out this duo session 0 for Nobu and Sienna. Thank you both for coming out, and again, thank you for everybody else that did any follows, any subscribes to YouTube, follows on Twitter, likes, and all that stuff. Every single little thing you do helps this channel immensely. We do this because we find it fun, but it's even more fun knowing that everybody else is out there being entertained with all the crazy stuff we do. Remember, you can follow me at Nightxgamer at YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Patreon if you want to be involved on the Requiem project that this world is basically a part of, and be able to get in on that content before it gets fully released. They.Were.Heroes is going to be a weekly D&D 5e game set in the Western that's technically going to be in the Requiem universe, but we're going to be doing this on D&D for a while until Requiem's more to a completed state. It's going to be every, what is today? Saturday at 10:35 p.m. CST and go on for 3.5 hours or so. And if you found stuff like what Nobu and Sienna had to go through interesting, expect a lot more of it. So, thank you guys for coming out. And thank you guys for playing and giving me your arm.
Yeah. Let's give Knight a round of applause, right?
Oh man.
Except my left hand is gone. Yeah, just the stump.
I'm sure this will not backfire on you whatsoever.
Let's see.
Oh man, making deals with demons.
So, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time. Peace.